Hi BookTube. So it's the start of a new year, so I wanted to sit down and share some goals with you. I want to talk about like personal goals as well as bookish goals. We'll start with the bookish goals. Last year I had set my target, I think, at 365. I knew I'd probably surpass it, but I set it at that number and I hit 515 books for the year, which again still amazes me. I can't say that enough. But this year I set my target at 516, one more book than last year. So we'll see how I do and manage with that. So far as of today, I'm at 19 books. So I still have quite a ways to go, and so wish me luck with that goal. Another one is I wanted to do something with the idea of 24 books because it's 2024. And I like that even number, and so I was thinking of doing 24 series, like either starting or continuing or finishing 24 book series that is. And I know there's been a challenge going around for a number of years. I want to say Elizabeth over at Lizzie Faye Loves Books is the one that hosts that series challenge. So I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon with that one and select 24 books. And I'll probably do its own separate video for that once I really ruminate over it and pick some variety of series to do with that. I might focus on finishing 24 series. If I need to hit 516 books, like I need to get on it, and so series would be a fun way to accomplish some of that. And see, I have written down here all my goals. And so another one is, so my boyfriend is a reader, but nowhere near as much as I am. He's back in school at the moment, finishing up a second degree, and so he has not as much time as he would like, although he does have some time. So he talks about how he would like to read some books, and so I decided to pick a book that I've already read and reread it, and then we can sit down and discuss it. So I'm going to pick one book each month, and so I'm just wanting to write that down and record to make sure we're keeping up with that. And I might kind of like maybe match it with some booktube events depending on the month. Let's see, another goal I have is I wanted to do keep a reading journal. I just got these at the dollar store because I didn't want to invest too much money in them because I have tried this in the past and I've not been successful. So I got a notebook, just a simple basic composition notebook to record a reading journal. And I tried it 2 years ago and I got through I think till March or April and then gave up because I got so behind on recording what I had read. I think at the time I was like 30 or 40 books behind. I cannot let that happen if I want to be successful with this. And so I'm actually behind right now. I'm like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 books behind. So I need to catch up, like do more than one a day to write down and then catch up and then maintain that. And then the other notebook I have, it's the same thing. I wanted to do just like a daily 1-page journal. And I also want to try my hand at drawing. I think I've mentioned this before as a previous goal because art, and drawing is really hard for me. Was always like really defeated by that as a kid, and so I was like, why not so basically, I'll have like a daily journal, just 1 page, and then if I don't go all the way down, then like whatever bottom here, I'll just sketch something, whatever's on my mind, or if I talk about something, or if I'm looking at something, or maybe it's a book cover, what have you, book cover like this or something. I can sketch the trees or the landscape, something, just to give myself some sort of practice and motivation for that, because I would really like to be more at ease with art, because it's not a strong suit of mine by no means. So keeping a reading journal, a daily journal, and sketching something that's all part of my goals. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, so another thing I want to do is one new activity each month. So something that I have never done before. Like I have so much to explore here in Portland. There's lots of, speaking of the arts, there's like, the symphony and orchestra and theater and movie theater, all that stuff I've not gone to since I've moved here. So I would really like to get out and explore, more of what Portland has to offer. And then another thing is, speaking of Portland and all that the Pacific Northwest has to offer, is I would like to go on a new hiking trail each month. And I have a book, I should have brought it with me, but there's a book way at the top here where it talks about, it takes you through month by month the different seasons and what is like the best thing to see that month. Like when is like the prime time to see like the whales, for example, or different things like that, different flowers or whatever, butterflies and stuff like that. And so I want to really dive into that book and see if I can explore more with the different trails around me, because I can easily get into a rut of picking the same trails to go on, and there is a plethora right in my vicinity, but I would like to broaden my horizons, if you will, with that, and hopefully I can take you along on those journeys and vlog some of that, which would be really fun, because I like seeing those videos myself of all the different nature things. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Oh, the other thing, the last like bookish thing is I want to buy less books, because I have so many on my shelves. And so what I've decided to do is basically learn from the 100 book challenge, which I completed late last year, and kind of implement a mini book buying ban, but not have it stretch out to 100 books. So instead what I'm going to do is every other month, like ban myself from buying any books except if I'm going on a trip. So I bought some books this month in January. So that means in February I won't buy any, except I like randomly am going on a work trip to Washington, D.C. So for that case, like I've only been to Washington, D.C. once in my life. And so I know there's a lot of bookstores there that I want to check out, and I might have some time to do that. I don't know how busy I'll be with the work trip, but maybe some evenings will be free. Fingers crossed. So I'll have time to explore some of the city myself. So yeah, outside of trips like that, then every other month. So basically every odd month, I'm allowing myself to buy or like Little Free Libraries. I had mentioned before, that's my downfall, because there's so many here in Portland, and there's so many good offers. And not always, but sometimes there's just like your old ratty mass markets. But often because I go to so many of them or walk by so many, I can just check as I go, and like sometimes you find like brand new books, for example, and just random things. And so it includes that, because if I don't, then it just I know I'm gonna rack in the books, so I can't, because I have so many books to get rid of. And it's that you can't see it in this video, but I still have bags and bags of books I need to donate. So yes, because otherwise with Little Free Libraries, it's like a 1-to-1 trade-off. I can put one in and grab one out, and I can't do that. I'm banning myself every other month, so I can just like slow my pace. I mentioned this a couple times, and I think I've showed it in one video, but the bottom of each of these two bookcases here, one of them is for all the books I've purchased each month, and then the one over here, the last shelf, it's empty, and it's just going to be filled with all the physical books that I have read or DNF'd each month. So I want to make sure that ratio, this one over here where the books I've read, is always at least one more book would be great than what I've brought in, because I really want to knock it down to having books on my shelves that I've already read and enjoy and want to keep, instead of so many books that I haven't read. So yeah, those are my goals for this year. Let's see, another thing, let me see, I think I have one other thing, like personal, I want to do is yoga, and like some kind of like physical fitness, because I do a lot of walking, but not a lot of other things. So like I was thinking like yoga would be good for stretching, because I sit a lot at my desk, not at work at home, but I sit a lot as well, and with all the walking, so it would be good to like stretch, like maybe do like a 15-20 minute like stretch or yoga or whatever. And then in the back of my mind, I didn't write this down, but because I'm scared to basically, is like maybe get back into running. I have never ever been a runner, except there was one time in my life where I ran almost every day for, I want to say, a year and a half, 2 years, and then I like jumped off of it. But it would be, I don't want to get like hardcore into running, but I think like maybe 1 mile a day or 1 mile every other day, something like that, would be good for me. I think it would get your heart pumping, because like walking and all that, it can, but running, I think, is that next extra little bit. So yeah, I didn't write that down, but it is on the back of my mind, so we'll see how I do. And I do for sure want to do like maybe a quarterly check-in, just to keep me accountable, because I did write a list, and so I have a chart here where I can keep it written down. But like a video accountability, and you guys keeping me accountable wouldn't hurt. That little extra encouragement and sharing my progress through this. But yes, so yeah, feel free to leave any of your goals for this year in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, BookTube.